Right now at 5, Altamont, Kansas authorities release new information on a fatal fire.
And it's pretty darn cold out there again today. We'll be a little warmer as we head into the afternoon, a lot warmer into the weekend. A look at that forecast, get you out the doors coming up.
Plus, Special Olympics Kansas hosts its second annual Sip and Shop event.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
Well, good morning and welcome to the KOAM Morning News. It's 5 a.m. I'm Elise Snowy.
And I'm Chris Warner. It's finally Friday in the 4 states, November the 22nd. Yes. Now less than a week away from Thanksgiving. Exciting. Now's the time to start freaking out, making sure you have everything. When you get a full week, you're fine. But when you get down to 6 days, now you're in the home stretch.
As long as there's pie and turkey.
Oh, absolutely.
Like
and that's really about all you need. But don't get me wrong. I know my family, there's a big buffet of items.
That's the way to do it.
I'm going to come back about 6 times larger. Not taller, mind you, just larger than what I am now.
I can't wait.
I'll save the pirate thing for later. We're discussing pirates. We'll talk about the pirates a little later. I feel like I'm not even awake right now, so it's Friday, you can tell. Let's take a look outside, shall we? I mean, seriously, I was walking over to the desk just now, and I almost feel like I'm dreaming at this point. So it's been a fun week. We're looking pretty good out there. Downtown Pittsburgh, skies are clear. It is cold. Our camera at 7th and Rangeline also looking pretty good this morning as well. But again, it is a bit on the cold side. Now, we'll be a little warmer today. Winds are expected to be calm as we head into the afternoon, or light and variable at best. And we'll have clear skies up to the afternoon. And then we'll start to see clouds increasing a bit. So a few evening clouds out there will go partly cloudy by the evening. And then overnight we'll go mostly clear, but still a few clouds lingering. And again, we'll be a little warmer tonight than what we were last night. Quick look at temperatures. I got to change this out. I think the MoDOT cameras in Joplin reset because almost all of them are pointed at the ground. So they must have reset or something yesterday. But it's 31 in Joplin, 31 in Pittsburgh. Across the area, temperatures look like this. We do have 28 in Stockton, so we got a cold spot out there, but the rest of us into the low to mid 30s. Okay, a colder spot. It's cold in the 30s across the area. 30 when the kids get on the bus this morning. Northwest breeze around 5 to 10, and then winds becoming calm or light and variable by the afternoon. Clear skies, 51 when the bus brings the kids back home, so that's what I mean. It's going to be a little warmer today. Clear skies, partly cloudy, while those evening clouds out there. Highs today, low 50s, but some upper 40s, especially in our northern counties, will still be possible. We're going to see temperatures jump by 10 degrees tomorrow, and then by almost 20 degrees by Sunday before they tumble back down again. We'll have a full look at your forecast, talk about Thanksgiving here in just a few more minutes. Elise?
All right, Chris, thanks. Authorities have charged a Knoll, Missouri woman in a fatal hit and run that occurred on November 2nd. Gloria Trejo allegedly hit a pedestrian at South Kings Highway and Hall Ridge Road in McDonald County. Now, the victim, 59-year-old Michael Pruden, died at the scene. According to court documents, Trejo told authorities she first thought she had hit a deer, then saw it was a person, got scared, and left. We now know the cause of death of the Altamont business owner who died in a fire last week. According to the Altamont police, preliminary autopsy results show that Edward Escolas died from smoke inhalation. The origin of the fire remains undetermined. Now, on November 14th, emergency crews responded to the motorcycle repair shop on South Huston Avenue. When they arrived, the building was fully involved. And to be the first to see breaking news, weather, and sports, you can download the KOAM News app. It's available free of charge in the Apple App Store and the Google Play Store. Just search for the KOAM News app. Nearly every community has a food pantry that is running low this time of year. Crosslines in Joplin is one of them. The food pantry provides services for individuals and families in Joplin, Carl Junction, and Webb City. In 2023 alone, Crosslines provided emergency pantry services to more than 4,000 individuals. One area pantry that needs your help is the Wesley House in Pittsburgh. Just last week, the nonprofit paused some of its services in order to focus on its food pantry. Wesley House says it serves nearly 1 out of every 5 families in Crawford County. Well, thanks to a sizable donation, a food pantry in Parsons, Kansas is staying open. Safe Haven Outreach Mission provides support to the homeless. Now, the nonprofit can house 8 people and provides a warm meal and resources to get them back on their feet. Safe Haven needed a lifeline to continue operating, and thanks to community generosity, those doors are still open.
Not for our community, we wouldn't be here. You know, we are part of the community. I've been a part of this community since I was 6 years old. So we have a great community here, and we got some great people who give, who want to give, who just reach out because it's God's calling.
Brown says the donation came after KOAM did a story on the financial crisis. Well, Special Olympics held their second annual Sip and Shop fashion show fundraiser in Pittsburgh. Now, their goal to raise money so the athletes can continue to do what they enjoy. KOAM's Melissa Alexis has more about the event.
Football, and basketball, and bowling.
Those are a few of the sports Special Olympic athlete Shirley Luton likes to compete in. Special Olympics allows him to do the sports he loves.
We go to the Special Olympic thing, like we go to track and field. I went way up at Connecticut.
To raise money for the nonprofit, athletes from Special Olympics walked the stage in a fashion show fundraiser.
Everything we do for the athletes, and so we want the athletes a part of our fundraisers. We want them a part of all of our sporting events, everything. So this gives them a way to almost celebrate them for all the hard work that they do at our competitions.
The funds will go towards equipment and to continue providing a space for the athletes to compete.
All of the funds go directly back into the Southeast region. So whether that be new equipment, medals, volunteer shirts, everything we make tonight is solely going back into our athletes and their well-being.
The athletes modeled clothing from the vendors and boutiques attending the fashion show.
They do. They participate in all of these different sports. This gives them a different avenue to be able to almost express themselves in a different way through fashion, through celebrating.
The vendors paid a fee to set up at the event, and that fee, along with the entrance fee, will all go towards benefiting Special Olympics and its athletes. Reporting in Pittsburgh, Melissa Alexis, KOAM News.
The event raised over $2,000 to support the Special Olympics. And that's a look at this morning's top stories and weather in our first 7 minutes, coming up on the KOAM Morning News. Pitt State women's basketball played its home opener last night. We'll have those details. Plus, giraffes are about to join the endangered species list for the first time ever. And we have a chilly and sunny day today. We'll have what to expect with Chris Warner in the Skywatch Weather Center. You're watching the KOAM Morning News. We'll be right back.
Pittsburgh State football begins its 2024 playoff journey at home this Saturday, but the Gorillas have a very tough opponent, the defending national champion Harding, which brings a new challenge defending against the triple option.
We got to scratch our whole playbook and basically make a new one. We've done a great job, watching film, prepping this week. It's very hard to practice the same exact speed, but we've done a phenomenal job. The scout team's been awesome.
Totally different. I mean, we obviously don't see it, throughout the season, and so it's kind of the defensive staff reverting back to, past years in our careers, maybe when we have gone against it, and picking each other's brains on what's worked, what hasn't, and then trying to find. I think a big part too when you're preparing for it is you got to be careful of putting too much on your guys' plates, and then you got to make sure you're asking your guys to do things they're capable of doing.
Saturday's contest is scheduled for a 1 p.m. kickoff at Carney Smith Stadium. This is a true battle of the Titans. Harding has only lost once this year. That was on the road to Ouachita Baptist. Out of their 10 wins, all of them have been by 27 points or more. We'll have more on this contest in the coming days. Over at Fairland High School, 3 softball players signed earlier this week to continue their careers at the college level. Yesterday, another one of their teammates does the same thing. Fairland High School senior Jocelyn Wyrick signs with Crowder College softball yesterday afternoon. She received all conference, all region, all district, and all state honors in 2024. And of course, helped lead the Owls to 2 regional championships and a couple of state tournament appearances in her 4 years with the Owls.
Family is kind of everything to me. I love the support that everyone shows me, and we show that to there's 12 grandkids in my family, and I have 2 younger siblings. So to be able to come home and watch my younger siblings achieve what they want in middle school and high school, and to come home and watch my my younger cousins is everything to me.
The Missouri High School Volleyball Coaches Association releases its 2024 All-State teams, and the 4 states are well represented. Here's a look at the local All-State Volleyball honorees. In Class 1, Allie Osborne, Crystal Smith, and Shiloh Storm from Jasper all receive All-State honors. Then in Class 2, Diamond's Lauren Turner is All-State, as are 3 teammates from El Dorado Springs, Alexis Collins, McKinley Mays, and Neely Schaff. Moving over to Class 3, Mountain Vernon High School sophomore Zaya Schmuntz is named the All-State team, as is Nevada junior Kimber Eaton. And in Class 4, Carissa Chase from Carl Junction, then a couple juniors from Webb City, Savannah Crane and Jaylee Rutledge, who helped lead the Lady Cardinals to the state quarterfinals. Elsewhere, New Heights Christian Academy boys soccer falls 6-0 in the Class 1 third place game yesterday. The Cougars finish in 4th place. Pittsburgh State women's basketball played its home opener last night against Northwestern Oklahoma State. First points of the night belong to Corinna Gerber, who gets the shot to drop along with the foul. She'd finish off the 3-point play. Next guerrilla possession, Macy Mays gets fouled and scores as well. PSU takes a 6-2 lead after she hits a free throw. Later in the first, Harper Schreiner is left open from beyond the arc. She nails it. Pitt State leads 19-6. Still in the first, ball gets turned over. Gorillas on the fast break. Grace Pyle, the beautiful bounce pass to Schreiner. She gets the hoop and the harm. Second quarter now, and we're going to check out PSU's ball movement here. Pyle to Sydney Holmes to Gerber for the easy 2. Next time down the floor, this looks pretty similar. Pyle to Holmes to Gerber again. And the Gorillas get a win in their home opener. Final score 88-72. Well, still to come, scientists say they may have identified a mysterious chemical found in millions of Americans' tap water. Plus, it's cold. It's been cold. Is it going to warm up? Well, the answer is yes. How much so? Well, that answer is when we come back. Welcome back to the KOAM Morning News, 517 on this finally Friday in the 4 states. We're going to start with the future track now. We're looking at clear skies until we start rolling into the afternoon, and then we're going to go partly cloudy. Clouds increase by the late afternoon into the early evening hours out there, and that's really going to be about the only thing we have to show you on the future track for the time being. Those will clear out. We'll go mostly clear overnight. A few clouds as we start our Saturday. Still on the cold side. We're going to be starting our Saturday in the 30s, but south winds come up and they start increasing too, gusting upwards of 20. And we'll have a partly cloudy day for us on our Saturday, but take a look. Highs on Saturday expected to be for most of us about 10 degrees warmer than what we're looking at today. Well, again, continue with partly cloudy skies, and they'll increase a bit as we head into Sunday. And Sunday, take a look at this. We're starting in the 40s and 50s, upper 40s, most of us at 50 in the morning on Sunday. And that's ahead of a day where we're going to be nearly 20 degrees warmer than where we are today. I guess more 15. Either way you paint it, it's going to be a lot warmer. Now Sunday, we're going to spend the majority of the day mostly cloudy, and then by late evening, we're going to start to see some opportunities for some isolated showers out there. So not everybody's going to get rain necessarily Sunday evening, but we're going to start to see those chances increasing. We're at 31 in Joplin right now. The skies are clear. North-northwest breeze at about 3 miles an hour. Temperatures across the area, they look like this. They look cold. 28 in Stockton. You are the cold spot right now. Well, the colder spot. The rest of us, though, low 30s as we get this Friday underway. And through the morning, we're going to gradually warm up. So as I mentioned, today we're a little warmer than where we were yesterday. Not significantly so, but a little bit. We're about 32 to start at 8 o'clock this morning. Sunny skies and low 40s by 11 a.m. As we head into the afternoon, again, initially clear skies, then clouds will kind of increase by late afternoon and into the evening. And we're going to most most of us should make the low 50s, but we still could have some upper 40s, especially in our northern counties, maybe a little cooler as we head into the afternoon. Into the evening we go. Partly cloudy skies initially, then they'll start to clear out just a bit, and we'll go mostly clear overnight. We'll eventually fall back low 30s, but like we're seeing this morning in Stockton, a couple of upper 20s absolutely possible as we head into our Saturday. Now, I know all of you are wanting to know about Thanksgiving. And what did we discuss yesterday? All it takes is freezing line moving a mile north or south. There's 100 different things that can go into a winter weather forecast that'll turn it upside down. Now, I'm going to tell you right now, at least for right now, that winter weather forecast has already been turned upside down in 24 hours, and it will probably change again. That's the thing about winter weather. There's so many dynamics that can impact winter weather that can change it like that. And so it will very likely change over the next several days, so we still want to watch it. As for the weekend, 70 Sunday, very nice. Then the temperatures begin to fall back again. We're talking an almost 30-degree drop for lows from Sunday into Sunday night. Then as we head into next week, see, temperatures now looking to be a bit warmer during the daytime hours. This is what we were seeing a few days ago for Thanksgiving, were these warmer temperatures, and it looked like they'd get colder. Now they're back to warm. Rain chances are still there. It's all, again, going to depend on what the temperatures do for us on Thanksgiving. So, again, don't cancel your plans. Don't panic. Just be prepared to leave it a little early, and if temperatures change again, slick spots will be a possibility. So something we'll watch and something you'll want to watch over the next few days. Let's check your forecast. We'll be back with Health Watch right after this.
Topping Health Watch this morning. A new study is suggesting scientists may have identified a new and possibly concerning chemical that is found in the drinking water of millions of Americans. Now, it's called chloronitromide anion, and the study authors say it's a byproduct of chloramine, a chemical used by many public water systems to purify the water. Scientists were aware of the mysterious chemical for more than 40 years, but were only able to identify it recently thanks to improved analysis techniques. Now, according to this study, roughly 113 million people drink tap water that exposes them to this chemical. The study authors do not know if this byproduct is harmful to human health. However, they say it has properties that are similar to other chemicals that are toxic enough for the government to regulate them. Well, more than 611,000 people are estimated to die of cancer in the U.S. this year alone, according to the National Cancer Institute. Now, lung and bronchus cancer is responsible for most of those deaths, but a new report is providing hope for survivors. Mandy Gaither looks at the data and explains why experts say the U.S. still has a long way to go in protecting against advanced stages of this disease.
First, some good news. The American Lung Association says the 5-year lung cancer survival rate increased 26% over the past 5 years. But some bad news, racial and ethnic disparities remain.
More needs to be done in every state, and especially for Black Americans, to address these differences in the survival rate.
There are other concerns highlighted in the State of Lung Cancer report as well. Screening rates for this disease remain low. Nationally, just 16% of those at highest risk were screened. But experts say early detection through a low-dose CT scan can raise chances of survival.
What it can do is catch the tumor when it's small before any symptoms develop.
You're eligible for lung cancer screening if you're between 50 and 80 years of age, have a 20-pack year history of smoking. This means 1 pack a day for 20 years or 2 packs a day for 10 years. And you're a current smoker or have quit within the last 15 years. The report also researched insurance coverage of biomarker testing in each U.S. state as well. The organization says those tests are done after a person has been diagnosed with the disease to help determine which treatment options are best.
Unfortunately, most states do not require insurance coverage of this testing. So that's something that we're really pushing for, each state having a requirement to cover this comprehensive biomarker testing, which again will help save lives.
For Health Minute, I'm Mandy Gaither.
The American Lung Association is also urging people to learn more about lung cancer, advocate for themselves, and talk to a doctor if they think they might be at risk of developing the disease. And that's a look at some of today's top health stories. You're watching the KOAM Morning News.
We got another cold start out there today. We're going to be a little warmer today, much warmer by Saturday and Sunday. We'll have another look at your forecast when we come back.
Right now at 5:30, Eagle Picture breaks ground on a new Joplin facility that could ultimately bring hundreds of jobs.
And we've got a cold start to the day. It's going to be a little warmer today. We'll have a look at that forecast to get you out the door coming up.
Plus, the Boys and Girls Club of Ottawa County invited the community out for a Kids Giving celebration.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
Well, good morning and welcome to the KOAM Morning News. It's just coming up on 5:30.
I wish.
Excuse me.
I
I'm
wish.
Elise Snowy.
Are you sure?
I know, right?
Well, hey, I can't say anything. I'm telling you, I feel like I'm still asleep. Like it's been going on all morning now. I'm Chris Warner. I hope it is a finally Friday. I think it's kind of evident at this point that it's Friday. It's November the 22nd. We're 6 days away from Turkey Day.
How about that?
Well, or maybe you don't have turkey. Maybe you're 6 days away from ham day
prime
or
rib.
pumpkin pie day, and that's all you need is pumpkin pie
That's
day.
what I think Thanksgiving
My wife's
is
grandmother
pumpkin pie day.
makes the world's most fantastic pumpkin pie. I can't live without it, and I hear she's bringing some this year. I tell you. Let's just have Thanksgiving now.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we'll see you later. We'll be back next week. No, but it's going to be a pretty good, hopefully it'll be a good Thanksgiving for you all this year. And hopefully today will be good too. We're going to start with a look outside from our camera in downtown Pittsburgh. We're looking pretty good. Skies are clear. Got a nice start to the day. Can't complain other than the fact it's cold. But you know what? That's why we have jackets. That's why our cars have heat. That's just why we have ways to stay warm. Our camera 7th range line in Joplin looking good as well as we take a look at the future track into the afternoon. Now initially we're going to have those clear skies across the area, but as we head by late afternoon into the early evening, we're going to go partly cloudy across the region. Clouds will kind of increase momentarily for us, and then they'll clear out a bit and we'll go mostly clear as we head into the late evening and overnight hours. And we'll have another partly cloudy day for us on our Saturday. Quick look at temperatures. 31 in Joplin, 31 in Pittsburgh, and across the area. Earlier, Stockton was the cold spot, so this will tell us if it is still the cold spot, and they are 29. It's not like you're significantly colder, by the way. It's just you have the lowest temperature on this map. The rest of us, low 30s to start this day, so kids getting on the bus definitely want that jacket. 30. Northwest winds around 5 to 10 miles an hour when that bus brings them back home. 51, sunny, calm winds or maybe light and variable winds. So a pretty nice day. It's just going to be a bit on the chilly side. But remember, we've talked about there's that warm 50 and a cold 50. This is going to be one of those warm 50s since the winds will be pretty light, if not just straight up calm. Highs today, most of us into the low 50s, but some upper 40s still possible, especially in our northern counties. And we'll have those partly cloudy skies later this evening. We're still watching the rain chances. We're still watching next week for Thanksgiving. Already changes, and undoubtedly there will be 100 more by Monday morning. We'll go over what we know right now here in just a few more minutes. Elise?
All right, Chris, thanks. Well, more jobs are coming to Joplin. Eagle Picture Technologies is behind the project, and KOAM's Lonnie Walton sat down with the president and owner of the company to find out more about the project's impact.
Eagle Picture is a 180-plus-year-old company. It was founded in Joplin, Missouri.
Steve Westfall is the president and owner of Eagle Picture. The company is known for its battery tech, energetic devices, and battery management systems. Westfall says this company is staying right at home, just like its employees.
The community's always been great. The city's always been a great partner, the chamber, and the majority of our employees work or live in the Joplin area.
Westfall says it was a great opportunity, but it didn't come without a few challenges. One of the most significant issues was finding the right area.
Energetics have, they're explosive type products, and so making sure we had the right piece of property that protected and met all the requirements that we wanted from a safety standpoint for our employees.
Westfall says a successful company to him is not just having a job, but a good living wage. By 2026, the new facility under construction construction will employ about 120 people. Up to 100 jobs are expected to be added by 2029.
100 employees or 220 employees. And, we continue to pay above average wage here in Joplin.
Eagle Pitcher is expected to create an annual revenue of about $80 million. Reporting in Joplin, I'm Lonnie Walton, KOAM News.
Eagle Pitcher also collaborated with several other groups, including the Missouri Department of Economic Development and the Joplin Chamber of Commerce, to get the new 60,000 square foot building project started. Well, yesterday was the first day of the Miracle Market at Freeman Hospital West. The market provides vendors a chance to sell their goods with a portion of the money they make going to the Children's Miracle Network. Now, the market has continued over the past 20 years and continues to be a favorite for many Freeman employees and vendors.
Nora was diagnosed with a tumor in her brain when she was a little baby, and went to several different places to find out how to fix that. And Children's Miracle Network, I do know one specific thing, they help with their gas money to go to Dallas every time she has to go to the doctor for her checkup. So that's phenomenal. Little things like that are a big deal to families.
The market will continue today from 7 a.m. to 1 p.m. Downtown Joplin is ready to sparkle for the holidays, and it all starts with Spiva Park. Volunteers came together to deck the park with lights of jolly, transforming it into a Christmas wonderland. Organizers say the goal is to create a space where people can enjoy the season while supporting local businesses and making memories.
We want you to come and feel like you can hang out with George, but bring your family down here. Enjoy the holiday season when you're out grabbing a cup of coffee downtown or going out for dinner, at Club 609 or Red Onion. When you're coming out and doing your holiday shopping downtown and shopping local, but then go and stop by Spiva Park and create some memories, with your family downtown in a beautifully well lit, just fun, festive space.
The lights will remain up throughout the holiday season, making Spiva Park a perfect place to relax, take photos, and soak in the magic of the holidays. The Boys and Girls Club of Ottawa County held its Kids Giving Gala yesterday at the club's Teen Center. The event brought the community together to celebrate and support vital programs for local kids. The club held a silent option to raise funds for the nonprofit in hopes of raising enough for a new gym floor.
Yeah, so our biggest accomplishment this year is the opening of our new Fairland unit. That was a big win for us, the ability to serve more kids at a larger location, and that really kick-started our Miami Teen Center project that is currently in construction phase right now.
The Boys and Girls Club of Ottawa County is dedicated to providing a safe, fun, and positive environment for youth. And now to look at our top news stories coming up this half hour on the KOAM Morning News. An Iceland volcano erupts for the 7th time in a year, forcing many residents to relocate. Plus, the International Criminal Court has officially issued arrest warrants for Israel's Prime Minister. We'll have the latest. You're watching the KOAM Morning News. Well, topping World Watch, giraffes could soon join the endangered species list. The U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service is proposing federal protections for several giraffe species due to the declining giraffe populations. Now it wants to list all 3 subspecies of giraffes from West, Central, and East Africa as endangered under the Endangered Species Act. Now, the federal agency says the decline in the giraffe population is mainly caused by habitat loss, poaching, and the impacts of drought from climate change. It says the endangered species designation will help protect the species, foster biodiversity, support ecosystem health, and combat wildlife trafficking. A brewery and a government agency are taking reduce, reuse, and recycle to a whole new level. Singapore's National Water Agency has joined forces with the local craft brewery, Brewworks, to create New Brew, a beer made up of premium German barley malts, hops, farmhouse yeast, and of course, reclaimed sewage. Now, the secret ingredient in the Singaporean beer is treated wastewater as part of a national campaign to conserve water. The unique drink was displayed at this year's United Nations Climate Change Conference, where some attendees jokingly coined the term sewage beer for the innovative product. The volcano in Iceland erupts for the 7th time in a year. Late Wednesday night, a volcano on the Reykjanes Peninsula erupted, spewing out hot lava. Now, this has been the 7th eruption since December. Iceland's meteorological office says this eruption was significantly smaller than the last one in August. The eruption does not pose a threat to any planes, but authorities are still warning of gas across some areas of the peninsula. The town of Grindavik has been impacted the most by the repeated eruptions, leading to damaged infrastructure and forcing many residents to relocate for their safety. Authorities say this most recent eruption will not put the town in further danger. The International Criminal Court has officially issued arrest warrants for Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu and his former defense minister, as well as Hamas officials. It's the latest attempt by the international community to rein in the war in Gaza. Rebecca Castor has the latest.
As Israeli soldiers continue to take their fight to Hamas, their leader, Benjamin Netanyahu, is now facing arrest. The International Criminal Court charged the prime minister and his former defense minister Thursday, as well as Hamas officials for alleged war crimes and crimes against humanity.
The ICC rogue actions are a threat to our ally Israel, and left unchecked, it could pose a threat to America in the future.
Neither Israel nor the U.S. recognize the court's authority, but many European countries do, meaning Netanyahu could be arrested if he travels to a member state. In a statement, the Prime Minister's office says Netanyahu will not yield to pressure, will not flinch, and will not withdraw until all the war goals set by Israel at the start of the campaign are achieved.
We support Israel's rights to their self-defense. We've also said very publicly that more needs to be done to ensure that civilians are moved out of the battle space.
For the most part, the White House has stood by Israel during its 13-month war, but some Democratic lawmakers are getting weary. Senator Bernie Sanders led a vote Wednesday to block U.S. weapon sales to Israel, but it was overwhelmingly rejected.
What this extremist government has done in Gaza is unspeakable. But what makes it even more painful is that much of this has been done with U.S. weapons and American taxpayer dollars.
The ICC charges come as the Hamas-run health ministry reports more than 44,000 deaths in Gaza. It says more than half are women and children, but the ministry does not distinguish between fighters and civilians.
And that's a look at World Watch. We'll be right back.
Welcome back to the KOAM Morning News. It is now 5:46 on this finally Friday morning here in the 4 states, and it is a cold one as we start. We'll be a pinch warmer today, but we'll be even warmer as we head into the weekend. We'll be much warmer by this weekend. All right, by noon, we're looking at low, mid, and upper 40s for the majority of us. We should have clear skies through noon, but by the late afternoon and into the early evening hours, we're going to see clouds thicken up a bit, so we're looking at partly cloudy skies out there. Now, some good news, the wind's expected to be calm or at best light and variable through today into tonight. So we're going to get a little break from those gusty winds. This is one of those situations where our highs today reaching the 50-degree mark. It's going to be that warm 50 with plentiful sunshine for the most part. Won't be too bad. As we go into the overnight hours, the thicker clouds will clear out, but we're still going to have some cloud cover out there, so we're calling it mostly clear overnight, and that's how we'll start our Saturday. Still cold, though. We'll be into the low 30s across the region. Then as we head into Saturday afternoon, we'll have the clouds return a bit. We're looking at partly cloudy skies, south winds pick up, and they're going to start gusting upwards of about 20 miles an hour, but that's what's going to be bringing in this warmer air. You can see by noon tomorrow, take a look at all these nice warm temperatures. We've got mid-upper 50s, maybe even some low 60s by noon, and highs into the low 60s for our Saturday. As we go into Saturday night, with all that cloud cover and everything else, temperatures really don't fall back that much. In fact, what we're looking at for highs today is how we're going to start the day on Sunday. Upper 40s and low 50s. If that gives you any idea as to how much warmer it's going to be Sunday. Clouds will start to increase, though, through the morning. We're going to start to go mostly cloudy. We're going to be breezy once again with those gusty winds out of the south. And it won't be until late Sunday that we start to see some opportunities for a few showers. They'll be isolated initially, but so not everyone's going to get rain, but we'll start seeing a few more rain chances as we head into next week. Right now, though, clear skies, 31 in Joplin, north-northwest breeze at 3. Across the area, Stockton has been the cold spot all morning, or the colder spot, still is at 28, but the rest of us are hanging out in the low 30s. As we get our morning underway, 32 to start, clear skies out there, low 40s by 11 a.m. Our highs today, low 50s, but some upper 40s will be possible. Tomorrow it's low 60s, maybe some upper 50s. By Sunday, we're getting really close to 70 degrees out there, and then we'll start to cool back down, so almost a 30-degree drop from Sunday afternoon into Sunday night as those shower chances begin to increase. Then we go into Monday, some morning showers out there, otherwise mostly cloudy skies, a little cooler. Rain chances return next by Wednesday and Thursday. So that's something. The rain chances, this storm system keeps showing up. It's been on the long range data for a while, so we know we're getting some rain toward Thanksgiving. The question is the temperatures. And as we've discussed, all it takes is just a minor change, a minor shift even in the freezing line position to throw everything out of whack. So since yesterday, wintry mix chances appear to be gone for Thanksgiving, but still some morning showers. But it's going to be pretty cold overnight, so there could be a brief light wintry mix Wednesday night into Thursday morning before we warm up again. So again, don't cancel your plans. Just keep an eye. We'll keep an eye on things for you because I know things will change 100 more times before we get into next week, and we'll keep you updated on all of it. Let's check your forecast. We're back with more right after this.
An amazing annual migration marvel that sends millions of crabs racing for the sea has temporarily turned a South Pacific island red and wriggling. Jeremy Roth has today's Take a Look at This.
Take a look at a crazy, creepy, crawly crab crusade caught on camera. Millions of red crabs recently began their annual famous migration in the Australian territory of Christmas Island. Every year, countless crustaceans make the pilgrimage from the island's forest plateau down to the sea to mate and spawn. Experts say the crabs timed their migration to coincide with the last quarter of the moon. The fascinating event captures not only the awe of nature lovers worldwide, but offers a boon for local residents as the migration marvel is the island's biggest tourism draw. That explains why the residents take great care and preparation to protect the species and this annual amazing wildlife spectacle. Speaking of being on the move, that's exactly the opposite of what happened when a Southern California amusement park thrill ride became stuck, leaving nearly 24 riders trapped at an awkward angle for hours. KABC reports a malfunction ground the Soul Spin ride at Knott's Berry Farm to a halt, but responders were able to eventually crank it down to level ground and at long last let the trapped passengers go. Finally, commuters normally on the go in the bustling Big Apple are taking a breather to engage in what's being called NYC subway therapy. Originally started in 2016 after an intense election season, the engaging and interactive art installation recently returned, allowing subway travelers to take a step back and pay it forward by sharing personal reflections, venting daily frustrations, or just spreading some always welcome positive vibes. For Take a Look at This, I'm Jeremy Roth.
Well, certainly not a bad way to get to work there. Stick around. We'll be right back. Well, as the nation prepares for turkey time, the Transportation Security Administration is sharing what Thanksgiving dishes can take flight. Now, according to AAA, nearly 6 million Americans are expected to travel by plane. The TSA says the general rule of thumb is if you can, quote, spill it, spread it, spray it, pump it, or pour it, and it's over 3.4 ounces, then you should put it in a checked bag. Now, the agency says that no matter the food item, it will take additional screening time. So passengers should keep their dishes in an easily accessible place to ensure they don't hold up the line. Well, USPS and Toys R Us are partnering up to create an online e-commerce catalog of Christmas gifts called Santa's Gift Shop. Now, the partnership is a part of the USPS 112 years old Operation Santa program dedicated to spreading joy and fulfilling Christmas wish lists across the country. Now, kids can send their letters in to Santa, and adopters can anonymously fulfill wish lists via Santa's gift shop. Letter adoptees can browse through a selection of items from Toys R Us, and almost 30,000 Santa's letters receive a response last year, according to USPS.
Certainly keeping Santa very busy with all those very special letters. So, of course, if you can adopt one of these kids, make sure you do so, because there are plenty right here, even in our immediate area, that could certainly use some of that help and some of that love. Today, Mother Nature giving us a little love. Going to be a little warmer. She's going to give us a lot through the weekend, though. 32 to start the day. Clear skies, 43 by 11 a.m. We'll have a few clouds out there, and then we'll go partly cloudy as we head into the late afternoon and early evening hours. Highs for most of us, low 50s, but some upper 40s will still be possible, especially in our northern counties. Into the evening, partly cloudy skies, then they'll thin out a bit, but we'll still have a few clouds overnight, falling back into low 30s, maybe even some upper 20s. We'll make it warmer tomorrow, low 60s, near 70 Sunday, breezy both days, rain chances Sunday night into Monday. Temperatures fall back again to near seasonable levels. Still looking at rain chances by Thanksgiving. It's the temperatures that we've got to watch, because that'll determine what exactly we see, but we are looking at just rain at this point for Turkey Day. Let's check your forecast. We're back with more right after this.